Welcome back to
Hi,
episode
everyone.
4 of the Voice Podcast, The Golden Rule. So let's get into it. I'm your president, Jamila Washington.
And I'm your VP, Caitlin. So we're going to start off by briefing you what the golden rule is. The golden rule is treat people how you want to be treated. Treat others how you want to be treated.
We decided to do this little experiment because, I don't know, like me personally, I try to be nice to everybody that I can be nice to just because, like, I like to be nice to people.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone through so much in my life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to help others.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I agree. I feel like this rule is so important because people go through so much, and you never know how a smile, a hi, a good morning could really help somebody. Like, it could really change somebody's life.
yeah, 100%. And I feel like, why not? So, let's hear from what the rest of UWO has to say. Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Voice Podcast. Today we have here
Sam.
and he's going to be partaking in our The Golden Rule interview. The first question I have for you today, Sam, is what does the Golden Rule mean to you?
It's like a hidden rule that like helps like people, and then like golden, so it feels like we have to like protect something like that. Yeah.
Hello, and today we are here with
Elise.
And Elise, we have a couple questions. The first question is, what is the Golden Rule and what does it mean to you?
The golden rule is treat people how you want to be treated, and it just means to be a nice person because you don't want nobody being mean to you or walking around being all rude and stuck up. So just treat people nice.
Esmeralda Delgado.
And she is an advisor in the Hub. The Hub is located right next to Copy This, so make sure you check it out. We have 3 questions for you today, and I just want to ask you first, do you know what the Golden Rule is and what it means to you or what you may see in the community exemplifying the Golden Rule?
I would think treat others how you want to be treated is the golden rule. So that was taught to me from a young age from my mom. My mom always told us the way you act is a reflection of not just yourself, but your family and everybody. So we always took that very personal.
Josh.
Nicole.
And we just want to ask you guys a couple questions as far as the Golden Rule. What does it mean to you?
Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. So if you don't want to be treated like an ass, don't act like an ass.
Yeah, just basically mutual respect for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Diane, the lunch lady.
And I just want to ask you a couple questions, Diane.
Okay.
What does the Golden Rule mean to you and how do you see it in your job?
In my job, that's interesting. Now, golden rule, as far as like treating people with respect and honor, and I feel like you just don't get that because sometimes at the job they talk to you any type of way. But sum it up, for me, it's about respect and honor, and then you'll give it back. You'll get it back.
Yeah.
Stefan.
And I just have a couple questions for you, Stefan. What is the Golden Rule and how does it apply back to you in your personal life?
The golden rule that I live by is to treat other people as I want to be treated. And a big thing for me in my life is loving other people. And what that looks like is just loving people even when they hurt you or when they maybe say something that is not nice or mean. But yeah, just loving people well and treating them how I would like to be treated.
Okay, now that we've heard from all the UWO students, let's get into the next question. Why do hurt people hurt people?
I feel like there's a lot of components that you can kind of throw in there when it comes to that. There's schooling, there's home life, there's social life. There's so many components in why people do things they do. They might just, what's the word? Projecting. They're projecting.
Great use of vocabulary. I think that a lot of people project learned behavior. So a lot of people's families are unhealed and they treat them a certain type of way, and they project that and they learn that behavior and they project that over time, and subconsciously it hurts them. And then at some point when that comes to the surface, that's where projection comes from. Yeah, so
I agree.
me personally, when I think of hurt people, I think of us hurting the people we care about the most.
And also, that dives into that aspect. Do you know how in one of our previous episodes, I want to say our first episode, how we were talking about the bystander effect? I feel like if you see someone, I don't want to say just go up to them and just, just be in their business, because some people might not want you to just come up and just
stick up for them. Sometimes they want to do it themselves.
Yeah, so I feel like that goes again with the greeting people and the smiling and things like that. I feel like a lot of people want to help but don't know how.
Yeah.
Because it's like overstepping. I feel like.
I would say it starts with your personal growth. Like, you are the company that you keep. Say you have a friend that's always talking about people, always being rude to people, or like when people are trying to smile or be friendly, they're rude or standoffish. You should kind of address that. Hey, I don't like that. When we're trying to be friendly and mingle, you're very standoffish with other people. Or like when I'm friendly, you have a problem. So I would say just make sure you guys are standing up for yourself when you feel uncomfortable in situations. And if you know someone else is feeling uncomfortable in a situation and they have not stood up, stand up for them too. And it's okay to let someone that you care about know, like, hey, I love you and I care about you, but you are hurting me. And I need to step back. And I need you to understand that it's not okay to hurt people just because you are hurting.
Agreed. And I feel like every voice matters. Every voice is heard. And it just depends on how you get that message out there. It's up to you. So if you're sitting here and you're watching it and you're this, that, and the third, you think, hey, maybe if I don't speak up, this, and that happened. Speak up. Yes, help. Intervene. Do what you have to do.
Yeah, 100%. So I would say stand your ground always, but always also when people are in a situation where there's two people and you care about someone and someone is hurting and they're hurting you, try to look from that other person's perspective. Give that person grace because that person's hurting. Otherwise, they wouldn't be hurting you. They wouldn't be being rude to you. So you give them grace and you try to help that person and you give them outlets for them to, be able to release that. And we'll get into outlets towards the end, so I don't want to give that away. But if you have nothing furthermore, I'd say let's hear from the students.
Yeah.
Students and staff, because we did interview a lot of staff.
As we, go through the society, we hear hurt people. How can we combat that?
I think just showing compassion, show everybody the mutual, again, the respect that you want. If you come down to showing somebody that respect and that compassion that you desire, the world would just be a much more peaceful place.
Having empathy and being good towards all the people that you meet, it doesn't matter where they come from. Everyone's going to come from a different walk of life and have different struggles and challenges. And just like looking beyond that and just being a good person to them and to the people around you.
So then that leads us into this saying that we hear in our society every day, hurt people. How can we combat that?
With love, honestly. Me personally, I'm a Christian, and what compels me to love others is what Jesus did for me and loving me. And so, his sacrifice on the cross, dying for my sins so that I can have a personal relationship with God is what compels me to love other people and treat them how he would treat them. And that's by loving them, no matter what's going on in their life or no matter what they've been through or they're going through, even if they're hurting me in a certain way. I still try to extend that love and that grace because I've been extended that love and grace.
As we hear the saying, hurt people, how can we combat that?
Hurt people. The best way to combat it is like when me and my mom into it, I let her lash and I just stay in my corner. Then I come back. So I think the best way to attack it is not like hurting the other person back.
Yeah,
And
fighting
if you
fire with
understand,
fire.
right,
Yeah.
making a big fire.
And in our community, we have this saying called hurt people hurt people. What does that mean to you, and how can we prevent it?
Hurt people means like if I was a traumatized person, I might go around being mean because that's all I know. And to prevent it is to be self-aware. Be self-aware that you are hurt and try to heal yourself so you can be good to everyone around you.
So we hear this phrase in our community, hurt people hurt people. When you hear that, what do you think about?
I think it's pretty sad because like there's like more people that can like there's like if you're sad and like if you feel like really depressed, you can like reach out to the person instead of keeping yourself. And I believe like the members of the community should like actually reach out first, and then like find people that is really sad like and hurt, and kind of like protect them from being hurt and like hurting people that is like hurt people hurt like other people. Yeah.
And in our community, it's very common to hear a saying called hurt people hurt people. What does that mean to you, and how can we prevent that as community members?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of times we don't know how to handle our emotions, so we let those get the best of us. So then, especially if we find ourselves upset or angry about a situation, if it didn't go the way we wanted it to go, so in turn we'll go and take it out on the next person, especially if you feel like they're not that they're getting the best end of the stick, but it almost feels like they don't have to worry as much with a lot of things that we have to deal with on a regular basis. So a lot of times you'll find yourself taking it out on other people just to kind of make yourself feel better.
That was good. That was good. And then for our last question here that I have for you is, what makes you want to be a good person?
I would say I watched so many good people be taken advantage of and hurt growing up. And as a kid, like, you are very innocent. And I feel like when we talk about people's innocence being taken, we don't acknowledge a lot of the, I would say, intermediate steps. Like, personally, growing up, I got bullied in elementary school and middle school. And looking at me today, you would not think that a beautiful young lady like myself has gotten bullied. But honestly, like, it made me into a warrior, and it made me want to be kinder to people because you never know what people go through, and you never know what people have gone through for them to be the people that they are today.
And I always say bullies have bullies.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And it goes back to what we talked about earlier. Like, it starts at home. It starts at home. And I would say, too, like, me personally, I had a lot of home life issues going on. So at some point growing up, I was very much so over the school bullying. And I sunk so low into a hole that it was just so much going on at home and at school. It was just so much. I, was suicidal. I had no reason, or I felt as though I had no reason to be here anymore. And I think so many young children, so many adults, so many people in general go through those things on a daily basis. And you never know how much, like you said earlier, a hello could be. Why do you want to be a good person?
I'd say it's like, I just like seeing people smile. I love it. It feels good. I feel like people, even though they may not ask for help, the help is always needed. It 100%. Always feels good to be helped and to always have that extra set of hands. And I feel like I'll always be that little backup character, If you need help, I'm right here. But it's always like, it just feels good. Yeah. It does. It's with no gain, none of that. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I like that. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So we asked the students, what makes you feel like a good person? Let's get on into it.
What leads you to be a good person, even though we kind of got that, but...
That's great. Yeah, it comes from my faith of just, seeing how other people have treated me, even when I've been in the wrong, or I've kind of not extended that love. And that love that I get from the Lord is definitely what compels me to love others and show them grace and mercy and just try to love them and care for them well.
What makes you want to be a good person in your day to day?
For myself, I was always told you do things when people ain't even looking. You still do the same thing. So it's just more for myself and my personal development for myself.
What makes you feel like you want to be a good person?
Well, I think the biggest thing is coming into a room and being like the only person of color. A lot of times you kind of feel already alienated. So I always try to make it a point to say hi to everybody, even those who are a little more reserved. Sitting in the back, I'll just go up and say hi because I know sometimes it takes one person. And so from there, the conversations get going.
What makes you want to be a good person?
I think like it's like a basic manner on people, like having the empathy on other person and like keeping the community as like a really good community and like clean community. It's like really beneficial to not only myself, to others, but to others and like furthermore like to the community.
What makes you want to be a good person?
What makes me to want to be a good person is you never know what anyone else is going through, and when you be mean to someone or say something hurtful, that might be their last straw. So you just want to be nice to everyone.
And my question to you guys is, what makes you want to be a good person?
Look, I got young kids at home, and I see this world that we're growing up in, and I want them to grow up in a world where everybody just loves one another.
100%.
Yeah, I think just like, having children at home, that's a big thing, is being a role model for them. And then also, like, if you think about it, every single person in this building and on this campus is impressionable, so being that person for them as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. So the last thing that we wanted to do to close out this episode was give you guys a couple resources. If you know someone who is struggling with depression or low self-esteem or family life problems or suicide or anything of that nature,
you could go to the Success Center. It is right across the street from Reeve, the back of Reeve. It is also right next to Stewart and Evans.
yes, 100%. They offer in-person counseling as well as relaxation rooms to get your mind off of things when you're stressed or going through things. They also offer virtual counseling, virtual therapy through a system called Mantra Health. And I can attest to it. Me personally, I have went through it and I do like it. You can actually like look up your therapist, what they have gone through, what they specialize in, or not what they have gone through, but like whatever they share about themselves, to let you know like if they have some type of experience in what you're going through.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So with your virtual therapist, is it like, could you do like a group therapy, like if you wanted to add your family in and do
100%,
like that?
yeah, 100%. You do have that option. And I also would like to say it is free. 14 courses free through the school, through your tuition. So if you have if you want to do both a in person and a virtual, they do offer both for free, 14 of each session.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I definitely would recommend you guys look into that.
One more question.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you think that has helped you? Do you think it's helping you?
100%. I think that it has helped my family. I can say I can go back to my family, my home life, and have civil conversations and teach them the things that I have learned through therapy. And I know people talk about like, how does talking to a stranger help? It's because if you get angry or frustrated about the situation or you want to cry, you have to remember, you won't be judged either, but you have to remember that this person doesn't know you. Exactly. So it helps with people who have anger issues or with people who have trouble communicating. It teaches you how to talk to someone. It teaches you how to say, hey, everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think definitely 100%. You guys should give it a shot. Yeah. And for people who don't like it, or people who are, hesitant or anxious to jump into that, try removing your friends from the stressor and taking them to go do activities, low budget activities. Guys, it's coming up to be wintertime. Go to Dollar Tree. Go to Dollar Tree, guys. Yes, go to Dollar Tree. Get some games, get some cocoa, build a little tree.
Yeah.
You know, brighten someone's day.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you should surround yourself with things that rebuild back that negative energy you kind of lost.
Yes.
Don't continue to surround yourself with more negative energy.
Yes, 100%. 100%. So, we love you guys. We just wanted you to remember that your neighbor may be going through something.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice. Treat people how you want to be treated because you want to be treated very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope the midterms go well for you guys. Signing off.
Bye.